Green hydrogen will not fail in India, but only if the grid leads the transition. India is talking big about green hydrogen. 5 million tons by 2030. Global leadership, clean energy exports. But here is the uncomfortable question no one is asking loudly enough. Is India power grid ready for green hydrogen? Because green hydrogen will not fail due to technology. It will fail or succeed based on how fast we upgrade our grid and how smartly we plan this transition. Let's talk about why. India has announced one of the most ambitious clean energy targets in the world, producing 5 million tons of green hydrogen every year by 2030. This is not just another renewable energy target. This is about cleaning up industries that cannot run on solar panels alone, like steel, fertilizers, refineries, heavy transport. It's also about reducing fossil fuel imports and positioning India as a global supplier of clean fuels. So yes, the ambition is right. The intent is strong. But ambition alone does not build infrastructure. Let's simplify what green hydrogen really needs. Green hydrogen is made by splitting water using renewable electricity. Sounds simple, right? But here is the scale shocker. To produce 5 million tons of hydrogen every year, India needs 250 to 275 billion units of green electricity annually. That's almost 10% of India's total electricity consumption today. Now, here is the catch. Solar and wind don't work 24/7. So you don't just need electricity. You need much more installed capacity to keep hydrogen plants running consistently. The official government benchmark says 125 gigawatt of renewable energy. Let me put that in perspective. That's 1/4 of India's entire installed power capacity today. So no, green hydrogen is not an add-on. It's a parallel energy system. Let's talk about electrolyzers, the machines that actually make hydrogen. India will need about 60 gigawatt of electrolyzer capacity. So far, only around 3 gigawatt has been actioned. Efficiency today is about 60 to 70%, and by 2030, we expect 75% or more. Indian companies working with global partners are doing well here. Electrolyzers will become cheaper, better, and more efficient. So let's be clear about one thing. Technology is not the bottleneck, infrastructure is. Green hydrogen requires investments on a scale India usually reserves for highways, ports, and power grids. We are talking about 8 lakh crore. That's $100 billion. That's nearly 10% of India's total infrastructure spending. And then there are physical realities. Land about 2.5 lakh hectares, roughly the 50% of the size of the Bangalore. Water around 50 million cubic meters every year, mostly from the desalination in coastal hubs. These numbers tells us something important. Green hydrogen cannot be treated like a pilot project or a policy experiment. It must be planned like a national infrastructure. Here is the uncomfortable truth. India's power grid was built for coal-based power, predictable baseload, one-way electric flow. But green hydrogen needs the exact opposite. Massive renewable generation, energy-intensive clusters, flexible high-capacity transmission. According to the National Electricity Plan, by 2030, India must add 21,000 to 22,000 new substations, or 21,800 substations at regional voltage levels, 30% increase in substation capacity, 1.5 lakh kilometers of new transmission lines, and the cost 9.15 lakh crores by 2032. This investment is not an optional. Without it, hydrogen hubs in Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and elsewhere will simply not get enough power. The biggest mistake India can make is this: plan hydrogen first, fix the grid later. That leads to delayed projects, higher electrolyzers, higher cost, loss of global competitiveness. Green hydrogen must be planned together with renewable generation, transmission corridors, storage and balancing system, water and land infrastructure. Countries that succeed will integrate everything. Those that don't will struggle. Despite all this, let's be very clear. Green hydrogen is non-negotiable for India. It enables clean steel and fertilizers, long duration energy storage, reduced fossil fuel imports, a new export economy, high quality manufacturing jobs. Most importantly, it allows India to grow without growing emissions. Solar made India cost competitive. Hydrogen can make India strategically indispensable. This transition cannot be driven by government alone or industry alone. We need green hydrogen treated as a power infrastructure, faster transmission investment in hydrogen hub states, shared infrastructure for storage and evacuation, alignment between state and central planning, strong support for domestic electrolyzer manufacturing. India surprised the world once with a solar power. Green hydrogen is the next opportunity, but it's far more complex. If we build the grid and infrastructure in time, India can lead the world. If we don't, ambition will outpace execution. The choice is clear. Green hydrogen will define India energy leadership for the next 30 years. And the time to build the foundation is now.